Alright, guys. This is DJ Wolf. You know, I was thinking about watching the Last Dance, talking about Michael Jordan, and I was saying before that Jordan himself embodies the strength and will of what a black man can do. Not necessarily because he's a basketball player, but because he never gave up. He shows perseverance. He shows that, you know, you believe in yourself. You have great confidence in yourself. You know, Jordan in his heyday and even now presents that to you with no apologies. You know, this is who I am. I'm a strong, bold, confident, okay, and a little cocky black man. Plain and simple. Take it or leave it. You know? But that's who I am. And I'm not going to lie, again, I admire that. You know? Because I embody some of that myself. You know? People don't tend to like you when you're at your best doing your thing. And you're a little cocky about it. A lot of people didn't like Jordan because of that alone. But did you think he'd give a damn? No, he didn't care. He did not care. And you know what? I can't say I blame him because I don't. You know? That's what made him great. If he let people get inside his head every time he was out there on the court doing his business and not having the confidence and belief that he can handle the situation with conviction and not have losing, and have losing as an option, he would never be the man he is today. Seriously. You know? He went out there to win, not to lose. That was his whole mentality, you know? And I think that's the type of mentality each and every one of us as African Americans should have. Particularly black men. You know? Seriously. You know? And I'm not gonna lie. I watched him and I looked at him when he was younger, and I look at my son now. My son remind me a lot of Jordan. I kid you not. I mean, wow. But that's what I taught him. I said, you know, I got him in sports when he was like 5, 6 years old. Really, I got him in sports when he was 2. He wanted to play football then. He played football, and I encouraged him for the next few years. And then when he got to be about 5, 6, he started playing, Pee Wee football. You know, played for 6 years. But we have to, in our communities, build black men. But it takes black men to build black men. Not no mama to build no black man. Anybody tell you anything other than what I just said is full of shit. I can say it right up front. I don't care who hears it, but it's true. Okay? I've heard women say that they can raise a man raise a boy to be just as good as a man. That is the biggest bunch of horse shit I've ever heard in my life. There's no such thing. But see, what they doing out here is telling you that the woman is God. The black woman is God. And that's another misnomer. Y'all full of people who say that, as far as I'm concerned, are full of shit too. And this is why I'm saying this. Because there's a narrative out there that's saying that any narrative you hear where the woman is dominant, because that's what God is. God is the dominant authority overall. So if you say the black woman is God, what do you think you're telling society as a whole out here? Regardless of what the scientists say they found out there in Africa, what do you think society is saying as a whole? society is saying as a whole, when you say a black woman is God, you're basically saying that she's the dominant one. You have to be. You ain't saying nothing else but that. The black woman is God, really? I'm absolutely 100% offended when I hear that each and every time. Because there's no such damn thing as a black woman being God. I'm sorry. And then they come up with this stupid analogy about, well, because she can have babies. Okay, then you might as well say black and white women. But that narrative don't pan out no matter what you say. Okay? And somebody actually said that in my comment section a couple of years ago, and I put them directly on blast for that. How the hell you want to talk about because she can have babies? That makes no sense. I heard another guy say it on my personal Facebook chat a couple years ago. We got into it hard about that too. I was like, really? What's wrong with people? You know, where's the man? Where's your manhood at, man? Really? Apparently y'all ain't got none. But to sit there and give all credit to women on that, and don't get me wrong, I give my respect to my queen. You know, I do. But that's not the point here. You know, when you got a high incarceration rate of black men in prison, and many for stuff that they didn't do, you know, to me, it gotta be spoken upon. But you can't give black women credit as being a dominant person. No, that's bullshit. If you do that, then you might as well take your dick, excuse my French, you might as well take your dick and put it between your legs. If you really believe that shit. And yeah, I said it because it's true. If you really believe that shit, you might as well take it, put shit between your legs and run. Or chop it off, one or two. Because that's insane. That's insane. You know? We're supposed to... What is going on this morning? This traffic is just weird. What the hell? Come on, man. I'm trying to get out of here, too. But yeah, it's crazy, though. This is absolutely crazy. You might as well take your thing between your legs and go home. If you really believe the black woman's God. You know, here's the thing. Black women always get pumped up. And I ain't talking about physically. I'm talking about pumped up in terms of pride. You know, talking about black women. We put low self-esteem on black women. No, we don't. You may have some guys who might try that, but most black women, they pump each other up. And that's whether they right or wrong. I'll tell you for a fact. I've been in situations where I've seen where women, or they could be wrong, right? I mean, they could be wrong as night. And another black woman would defend her to the hill. I've been in them situations where that's happened. And I just scratched my head. In shock. Because one woman defended another woman who was wrong all day about stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was like, really? Seriously? That scratched my head. I scratched my freaking ass head. Just unbelievable, you know. And it's amazing how women have no problem you defending them in certain situations, but when you want to make statements about what needs to be done in your household, then they have a problem with that too. But that's another whole story. my thing is that in order for a black woman to be built up, you got to help build up the man. Okay? One way you do that by not having all these kids, man. You know, in single parent household situations where you got 4 or 5. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about that. And I know some of you are, hey, it's cool to be saying that. No, it ain't coolish to be saying that. This is realistic to be saying that. Because somebody should have told your ass this a long time ago. You can't. I know of a few women who out here have 3, 4, 5, 6 babies from all different guys. I knew one personally while I lived in Cleveland. Very attractive woman. Very nice little woman. I mean, it's like, hell, she even tried to give me a play. She tried to make a play on me one time. You know, this was many years ago. I was still single at the time. And I was like, wow, okay. But it was crazy. And it's like, okay. I ain't want to be messing with no bro who every time she lay down with a dude, she get a baby, he leave, and she go on to the next one. That's crazy. A lot of guys don't want no relationships like that, man. That's why you got so many single women out here with all these kids. Because many of these women haven't learned. You have to have some stability within yourself before you could talk about stability with having a man and balance in a family. You know, you got to get right within you first before you start doing all this other stuff, man. And then on top of that, you want to be stable. You want a stable family. Where you have yourself and your one guy and all your kids with the one guy. But a lot of y'all don't want to. Y'all about bad as guys. Y'all fuck around too. Women kill me like, well, I'm a lady. Are you a lady? You got 6 to 10 kids, mostly different daddies, and you talking about you a lady. You should be a lady before you start having all these kids with all these different guys. You know? A real lady ain't gonna be doing all that. A real lady, a real woman, is gonna have her act together. You know? She's not gonna consider herself as a god. Nor should she want to consider herself as a god. Okay? A queen, maybe. A god, no. No. Because that means that you're the dominant one in the relationship or in your household. You shouldn't even want to be a dominant one in your household anyway. You know, to be honest. But if I say this, I guess people are, oh, you cool. I know a guy said, he referred to, this was on my personal Facebook page. My personal Facebook page, he referred to black women as fertility queens. And do you know black women defended this nigga? They defended this nigga for saying that shit. I'm like, really? Yeah, he said he was a proud father of 4 kids by 4 different women, and he referred to them as fertility queens. I was like, that's a slavery mentality if I ever heard one in my life. That's what he was. He in a slave mentality mode. And he's saying all black women good for is having kids. That's what he said. And I went in on him. And as soon as I went in on him, women started attacking me. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. They wore it as a badge of honor. But as soon as some old jackhole nigga whooped on that ass, guess who they calling? My girlfriend understand, bitch. You know what I think, You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just about me being ain't no good, man. No good, man. Okay, maybe you ain't no good. You know? Because I always say, it's the company that you keep. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.